This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Mihawk might be the strongest character in One Piece ever.
What did he say?
I might be overdoing it, but Mihawk might be the strongest character alive right now. Okay, so chapter 1058 is officially out, and I gotta tell y'all, it is insane. We have the craziest reveals this chapter. If you are a Buggy fan, you're not gonna like this, but if you are a Mihawk fan like me, if you are advocating for Mihawk over Shanks like I am, then this is gonna be the chapter for you. Lately, Shanks has been showing off his hockey. You know, he's been sending admirals packing, he's been sending admirals home. Like, this dude's 3-0 with the admirals right now. Like, Shanks is just different. He's different. But Mihawk is showing his stuff, and actually, he's actually confirming a lot of things I've said about him in the past. So if you watch my Mihawk versus Shanks video, honestly, I don't know who's correct. Shanks could be stronger, Mihawk could be weaker. I don't really know, but I am betting on Mihawk. So hopefully this chapter will change some of your minds if you are advocating for Shanks. All right, so anyway, the chapter starts off and Nami is beating up Luffy and she makes Jinbei think that she has Conqueror's haki. And, you know, Chopper's basically telling him not to get too close because she's basically the strongest one on the crew. If you guys didn't know, when Nami gets into her angry mode, nobody can really stop her. Not Zoro, not Sanji, not Luffy, right? Nobody really can. So technically she is the strongest on the crew. Then we got like a really good reveal. So the newspaper came and we got Emperor of the Sea, Straw Hat Luffy, the captain of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, consisting of 5,600 members and his 9 commanders. He also has Wano and Fishman Island. He has a lot of places other than this, but this is like the official, what he has listed under his belt. All right, so everyone's looking at their bounties, and Chopper got his bounties first, and he, oh my god, so they up Chopper's bounty to 1,000. That's pretty, oh my god. Bro, Chopper just be getting done dirty, bro. Did they not see what happened in Ennie's lobby? This dude picked up a CP9 agent and threw him across an island. Like, that is at least worthy of, like, at that time, he should have at least been like 50 mil. Nami's at 366 mil, so that's pretty good. Brook is 383. Frankie's actually, I don't actually like Frankie's that much. Frankie has 394. I'm pretty sure Sasaki's bounty is like 472 million. And I really do feel like Frankie should be above Sasaki because he flat out beat him and he was able to like keep going and helping other people during the arc. So he beat him like fair and square. Like, I'm gonna say, like, honestly, mid to high diff. It wasn't like an extreme fight for Frankie. We've seen him have harder fights, I think. So I think for Frankie, his bounty should be higher than this. I really do think it should be. Also, they changed his photo to the sunny, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, Frankie, not that bad, but I do think it should be definitely significantly higher. For Sniper Usopp, of course, 500 million makes sense. I knew he was gonna go up like a lot because they always like gas his bounty like OD, so that's pretty whatever. For Robin, we actually got 930 million, and she's called the Devil Child, so that's pretty cool. And, you know, 930 million, I get what it's from. It's probably from, well, obviously beating Black Maria and from being the Devil's Child, the archaeologist Devil's Child from Ohara, so that makes a lot of sense. And CP0 and all the, not even just CP0, honestly, I think even Big Mom was after her at one point. Like, a lot of people are after Robin, so Robin does make sense to be at 930 million. Sanji's at 1,032 million. That is a lot. I think he's just below Katakuri, which is respectable because I think Sanji would hold his own against Katakuri, but I do think Sanji is weaker than Katakuri overall. And of course, Sanji's upset because his bounty is lower than Zoro's, but it's also lower than Jinbei's. Jinbei is at 1,100 million, and Zoro's at 1,100 million and 1,100 berries. Okay, so these 3 bounties are very, very questionable. Sanji at 1,032 million. I do kind of understand it. And we have to also understand that Queen and King do have other reasons that they have the bounties they do. King is Lunarian, so that does add to his bounty. And another thing, Queen was a part of the Mads production, so they know about Queen. They know what he knows, so that could add to why his bounty is so high. So I don't understand why Sanji's bounty would be lower than Queen's, but I guess if Zoro's bounty has to be lower than King's, Sanji's would have to be lower than Zoro's just for it to make sense. And now for Jinbei, this is where it gets a little bit more confusing because his bounty is above Sanji's but lower than Zoro's. So a lot of people are saying, well, he's not stronger than Sanji, he just used to be a captain, he has notoriety, all this stuff, but his bounty used to be way higher than Zoro and Sanji's, but now Zoro's is higher than his, but Sanji's is lower than Jinbei's. So I kind of feel like that's Oda telling us, hey, Jinbei's a little bit stronger than that boy. And I could be wrong, right? I don't personally think Jinbei is stronger than from what we've seen, but maybe that's what Oda is trying to imply. I don't know, but based on the actual feats, I would say Sanji is stronger. So this bounty is a little bit questionable. I don't understand it, right? And I don't understand the argument of like, oh, Jinbei used to be a captain, all this stuff, because he used to be higher than Zoro too, but Zoro has surpassed him now. So what did Zoro do that allowed him to surpass Jinbei, but not Sanji? Like, that doesn't really make much sense to use that argument. So I think there's a reason Jinbei's bounty is higher, and he might be stronger than Sanji. Who knows? And of course, we got Emperor Straw Hat Luffy, 3 billion berries. I don't really like the 3 billion berry thing. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't think he should be at 3 billion berries. It kind of is weird to me, but I guess if you're making the argument that they separated the defeat of Kaido and Big Mom between Luffy, Kid, and Law, I guess that works. Each of them get 3 billion. There are 9 billion, just surpassing the combination of Kaido and Big Mom's bounty. So that does make sense. I don't know though. It just feels a little bit weird. So whatever. Also, another thing is like Jinbei went up so much off of defeating Who's Who, I presume, because it was at 480 million or whatever, and now it's at 1 billion. So why did he jump so much, but Frankie didn't jump that much for beating Who? I mean, he did jump, but like not like Jinbei like doubled, more than doubled his bounty. I'm so confused. Like, why couldn't Frankie get higher than Sasaki? That feels weird to me. Okay, so Buggy's crew is reacting to the strongest swordsman in the world, stronger than Big Mom, stronger than Shanks, strongest swordsman in the world. Mihawk, Dracule Mihawk, the greatest character to ever step onto One Piece soil. Dracule Mihawk is here, making his debut as the strongest swordsman, a part of the Cross Guild, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. Cross Shield, what's it called again? Anyway, so we're getting a flashback to remember what happened to Buggy. The world government surrounded Buggy with a bunch of warships, and we see Buggy basically saying he'll lick Crocodile's shoes, and there was a spoiler last week that Buggy owes a favor to somebody, and this is probably who he owes the favor to. It's pretty obvious. He owes the favor to Crocodile. Crocodile says Cross Guild was supposed to be an organization established by him and Hawkeye. Why are you the boss now, Buggy? That is what Crocodile is wondering. We're gonna find out about that, but Buggy's basically apologizing, and Mihawk and Crocodile aren't having it. Mihawk suggests that we should actually kill Buggy. I think Mihawk is a person who only respects strength, and that's why he's showing so much respect for Crocodile, because believe it or not, even though Crocodile got beat pre-time skip, I'm gonna make a video on this. Crocodile is supposed to be comparable to the Warlords. Back in the pre-time skip, I did hear that in the original concept for the story, I'm pretty sure the Warlords and the Worst Generation were not planned originally. So they were added in later, right? And things like Hockey were also not added in. So there's a lot of like plot points in the story that might have changed from when the pre-time skip happened to the post-time skip. The reason Crocodile might have been weak back then, and then he showed up in Marineford, he was doing way more, and then now like we're gonna see he's a lot stronger. It feels like Oda is trying to like get us to understand that Crocodile is a lot stronger than he first let us believe, but it's still kind of hard to believe, because it's like maybe he did get stronger over the time skip, and maybe he's like super strong now, like a commander level threat, but like before he was getting beat by pre-time skip Luffy. So it's like it's really hard to see how he could be this strong, because the whole concept of the time skip was to become stronger than they were, and they all became like multiple times stronger. So like they all surpassed their former selves like by a lot. So and that was like all the way at Sabaody, right? Crocodile got beat in Alabasta. That was even before then. So that's like really hard to see how Crocodile could be this strong, but we're gonna find out maybe in the next chapter. So hopefully we get more of Crocodile's feats. So to all the Buggy fans who believe that Buggy was the leader of Cross Guild, he is not, right? Well, he is on paper, but he's not actually strong. He's not powerful, and that was never gonna happen. I know some people thought that he was gonna come out and like be secretly as strong as Shanks. No, that was never gonna happen. I kind of figured that. All right, so flashback to Gloom Island. Crocodile is basically talking to Hawkeye, telling him he lost his status, right? And Crocodile's telling Mihawk that he's gonna have to move his base because the Marines have everybody surrounded. And Crocodile's explaining that Mihawk used to be known as the Marine Hunter. So yes, we got the Marine Hunter versus the Pirate Hunter. You know what I'm saying? And this is crazy. This is crazy. The Marine Hunter, man, yo, this dude Mihawk is different. He's different. But anyways, we get to see Buggy, how he got out of that situation with the world government, and we see Crocodile and Mihawk saving his ass. So this is crazy. And you know, it really does show that no, Buggy's not strong. He got his ass saved. And actually, Crocodile in this chapter kind of shows Buggy who's the boss, and it's pretty crazy, right? So Crocodile is basically here to collect a huge amount of money Buggy owes him, and he needs to start a new company. And Buggy basically tells him that he can use all of his stuff, all of his services for free. That way he can start his company with Buggy's equipment, no payment necessary, and they work out a deal. So this is the man that Buggy owes a favor to. He owes a favor to Crocodile, right? Now we're about to find out how Buggy became the leader of Cross Guild. It's actually really funny. So Buggy told his men to go create a poster for the organization, and Buggy's men have so much respect for him that they put Buggy in the middle and made him look the coolest, right? So that was a mistake, and Crocodile is pretty angry about it, and that's why Buggy is basically trying to beg Crocodile not to kill him. So the craziest part of this chapter, we get some bounties revealed. All right, so the craziest part, this dude, Branu, who does the bounty reveals, I love this guy. We don't know who he is, but I love this guy. He does the bounty reveals, and this dude's talking about Crocodile and Hawkeye's bounty, and he says that Crocodile has a bounty of 1.9 billion, and Mihawk has a bounty of 3.5 billion. So this is insane, right? This is pretty crazy. Mihawk has a higher bounty than Luffy and all the worst generation guys who beat Kaido and Big Mom. That's pretty crazy, right? And he's not even the leader. Crocodile's bounty is questionable. Crocodile is higher than people like Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Katakuri, Jack, King, Queen. Like, he's higher than a lot of people that he's probably not stronger than. So questionable. And Mihawk, 3.5 billion. And we got to remember, he is not even the leader of the organization. Even higher than Buggy's. Buggy's at, I think, Buggy's at 3.1 billion. Yeah, he's at 3.1 billion, so he has the second highest. Mihawk isn't the leader. They literally acknowledge Mihawk is not the leader, and he still has a higher bounty than his captain. That's how dangerous this man is. And we have to remember what Mihawk said. Let's get into Mihawk's psyche, because this is going to emphasize what I've been saying about Mihawk for a long time. Mihawk says he has zero interest in being an emperor and that Buggy can keep the lead position. Mihawk wants to stay in the shadow. This idea that because Mihawk is not a Yonko, he's not as strong as Shanks, is blasphemous. There's so much more to being a Yonko than just being strong. He doesn't have a crew. This man travels around in a paddle boat with a candle and cuts ships apart when they're in his way. This man doesn't have a crew. He doesn't like people. I think that we have to acknowledge that Mihawk is probably stronger than Shanks, and he's just this man lurking in the shadows who is waiting for an opponent that will one day surpass Shanks, and that opponent is going to be Zoro. So Crocodile and Mihawk finally come to an agreement, and they agree that letting Buggy be the face will let him be the scapegoat in case anything goes bad, and he can just take the spotlight, and they can work and control things in the shadow, and they can kill him whenever they want. So again, there were some people who, I think there's some people who genuinely think that Mihawk can't beat Buggy because Buggy can't be cut. No. No. If Mihawk decides, he could probably just cut Buggy, like for real, and kill him. Like I genuinely doubt that Buggy just cannot be cut no matter what. I think Haki is going to defy that logic because Haki defies Devil Fruit hacks all the time. All right, so now we are getting to the Revolutionary Army, and it is getting even crazier. This chapter is just full of information, bro. So much going on. This is probably the best chapter we've had in so long. Like, I'm actually so hyped reading this chapter right now, and I haven't felt that way in so long. So all the revolutionaries are acknowledging that Sabo is alright and he got away and he's now the Flame Emperor. Lindbergh, Karasu, all the guys that were with Sabo are here. So this might imply that Sabo got away from the admirals by himself. Guys, the admirals are done. There's no more discussion. The admirals are done. The Yonko are the truth. They got the Haki, they got the physical power, they got the might, they got the will.
Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
The admirals are just little tykes. They're little chumps. They're little men, and we gotta accept it. The admirals are done. Peace, they're done. No more talk. No more talk. But my guy Sabo, this man is different. Getting away from two admirals. Bro, I love Sabo so much, bro. This dude is about to be different when we next see him. So Dragon is also saying that he's not going to forgive Sabo if he actually did murder Cobra. So they actually don't know the truth behind that. So yeah, the world government might have even convinced Dragon that Sabo killed him, but I don't think Dragon actually believes that. And they're gonna wait until they hear Sabo's truth. And we get to see Kuma, bro, and he's back with Dragon. It looks like he's actually fine. So this is good. Kuma is back to normal and they fixed him up. So that's good. That's actually really, really good because I was so happy to see Kuma back. Kuma is here again, live and well, and so are the other people that were with him. So I would assume that Kuma used his powers to get everybody here. So that is insane. insane, right? Shout out Kuma because this man is a GOAT, but that would not explain why Sabo is not here with them. So that might be what Kuma is explaining to Dragon and Koala. And then we get a call from Adenda and Mushi, and it's Sabo on the other line, and we have the Marines tracking the call, and this is insane stuff, bro. The revolutionaries are finally making their move, and this is literally what I've been waiting for. At the same time as Shanks made his move, we got the revolutionaries making their move. We got Buggy making his move. The only person that is left is Blackbeard. I assume next chapter, or maybe in the following chapters coming, Blackbeard is going to get a little bit of spotlight, and I cannot wait for that. This has been the craziest chapter, and the worst part of it is there is a break next week, so that is bad. But with this chapter, I'm going to make a couple videos about a couple of topics within this chapter because there's so much to talk about, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's chapter review. Let me know down in the comments what was the craziest part of the chapter. For me personally, knowing that Mihawk used to be known as the Marine Hunter is the craziest part. This dude was out here savagely hunting down Marines, right? Getting that money. He was just getting his money because, as we know, he doesn't care about this fame or the spotlight or being a pirate with like a large crew. He likes being by himself. So he was hunting Marines probably just to get money. And this dude he's just like me for real. He's just getting his money. So I really like that. And shout out Mihawk, man. But yeah, this is gonna be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.